Good morning. I'm Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach, and I want to welcome you to the Commissioners' Board meeting for January the 23rd. We're broadcasting live via Microsoft Teams live event. We're also on BCTV, as well as our own Facebook and YouTube live channels. At this time, I'll call the meeting to order with a moment of silence, followed by a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'll recognize my executive assistant, Veronica Lepore, to read the public comment policy.
Thank you, Commissioner. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by the limitations of the platform being used: Teams, Q&A, Facebook, or YouTube. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Veronica, and I'll take the opportunity to introduce my newly minted executive assistant, Veronica Lepore. She's new to this position. She's not new to the county. For just about 1 year, she was in domestic relations, worked there. And then prior to that, for 2 years, worked at the Register of Wills. And I believe Larry Medaglia is the one that hired Veronica. And Larry Medaglia was the one that recommended that I interview Veronica. So I'd never met her until I interviewed her, and very excited about having her on board and joining the team of commissioners. And I really appreciate Barbie Lopez and Lynn Burns. They did a great orientation for her on Tuesday of this week, which was her first day. And I know they'll be great teammates helping Veronica thrive in her new role. So welcome, Veronica. Are there any additions or corrections for the January 16th meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will be approved as presented. Is there any public comment on specific agenda items? There's nothing online and nothing in person. I do want to note that Commissioner Rivera is not here today. He's actually up in Harrisburg with P Corp. P Corp is the property and casualty insurance arm of the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania. He's on their board of directors. And we also utilize a number of products for our property and casualty from P Corp through our broker EH&D. Beginning with the agenda, item 1, authorizing under that budget department, adopt a resolution authorizing 2024 budget transfers in the amount of $2,037,816 and 2024 appropriations in the amount of $41,946 and 2025 budget transfers in the amount of $41,946 and 2025 appropriations in the amount of $1,745,406 per listing dated January 17th, of 2025. We have one item under Human Resources, authorize the appointment of Sarah Hartenraft to Supervisor 1 Care Management at the Area Agency on Aging. Several items under the Commissioners. Item A, adopt a resolution announcing the intent of the county to reimburse capital expenditures paid from the general funds of the county and made on or after November 30th, 2024 from the proceeds of a future bond issue. Such expenditures to include the design, acquisition, construction, demolition, and installation of items designated for bond financing in the county 2025 5-year capital plan and facility upgrades to the service center and courthouse for mechanical, electrical, and plumbing infrastructure. Item B, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute a third amendment to the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program Cooperation Agreement between the county and the Redevelopment Authority. This is the Berks County Redevelopment Authority, authorizing the increase in grant funding from the amended amount of $13 million to $18 million. The additional $5 million is a RACP that's been presented by the Commonwealth to By Heart, a baby formula company in Exeter Township. And the RACP is being managed by the Berks County Redevelopment Authority. That's the reason for the amendment. They've been managing the prior two RACPs to this project and will manage this third one. Item C, adopt a resolution authorizing Joe Rutterow, Controller, to execute the letter of engagement between Zelensky Axelrod LLC, Certified Public Accountants, and the County of Berks to perform an audit of the financial statements of the County of Berks for the period ending December 31st of 2024. You want to say anything about that, Joe? I didn't give you a heads up beforehand. This is year 3?
This is the second year, three-year contract with ZA, and it's really a formality to get the process going. They've sent their letters of engagement and are just looking for us to acknowledge that and start the process.
Yep, great.
Thank you.
Item 3, a motion to authorize the item 2, motion to authorize the execution of contract agreements and amendments as set forth in the contract agenda listing dated January the 17th of 2025. There are a total of 7 contracts, 1 with the Area Agency on Aging, 1 with Budget and Finance, 2 jointly with Children and Youth Services and Juvenile Probation, 1 with the Department of Emergency Services, 1 with Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities, and 1 with Parks and Rec. Item 3, a motion to authorize the execution of the payments and electronic transfers for the week ending January 4th of 2025. Item 4, a motion to authorize the execution of employee payroll disbursements dated January 28th of 2025. And item 5, a motion to authorize execution of the 4th quarter of 2024 local taxes to Berks earned income tax and local services tax dated January the 23rd of 2025.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I will second that motion. The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. With that, we'll move to reports of our treasurer and controller. We'll begin with our treasurer, Mitch Darcourt.
Thank you, Commissioner. Today, we have an opening balance of $901,504.74. We have a balance declare of $8,646,904.63, leaving us with a balance of $185,254,600.11. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mitch. And moving to our County Controller, Joe Rutterell with the Controller's Report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the week ending January 24th, 2025, we have a total disbursement of $12,994,720.48.
Thank you very much, Joe. Moving to our Chief Operations Officer, Kevin Barnhart.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebacker. Our team has nothing to offer at the present time. Thank you.
And that quickly, we are to Commissioners' Reports, and we'll begin with Commissioner Dante Santoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a few things. I wanted to talk a little bit about an event that Commissioner Rivera and I had an opportunity to attend. It was hosted by our Edgeburger Veterans Center, Jay Ostrich, our director, in conjunction with the Humane League of Pennsylvania. Carl Miner was there, their CEO, and they got together and provided a forum for a Vietnam veteran named Gary Warner. He was an artist who put together unveiled a wooden sculpture that was a depiction and in honor of a battle that he was in Vietnam. Very emotional time and very emotional moment for him. His wife read, he couldn't read it because of the emotions, but he was involved in a battle in Vietnam where a number of his platoon were killed, shot and killed. One of the gentlemen that's basically stood in front of him and got shot instead of him, he thought was dead, ended up surviving it. He didn't even know about it until 30 years later. He got a phone call from this gentleman's wife, and he talked about that. But I just wanted to recognize him, the Humane League of Pennsylvania and their CEO, Carl Miner, who helped sponsor this, and of course our great Berks County Veterans Affairs Office, led by Jay Ostrich. So it was a great event, and I know that as I said, some of our staff was there, Commissioner Rivera, and I had the opportunity to attend. A few items coming up. That I'll be attending. The city address by Mayor Moran. State of the City address is January 30th at the Redner Center at First Energy Stadium, starting at 9:30. I'll be attending that. The Super Bowl, February 2nd, Opportunity House fundraiser at Penn State Berks, starting at 5:30. A great event that raises money for that great organization, Opportunity House. Our town hall is coming up February the 4th. We're not going to be having a meeting next week, so I just wanted to mention that too. February 4th, starting at 6:30 at the Brandywine Community Library, which is located at the Lutheran Home at Topton, the first floor there. So we welcome people from that community to join us. As I said, there is no meeting next week. And the only other items I have is I also want to welcome Veronica to the team. We welcome you and look forward to working with you, and we send our condolences for starting your career here with Larry Medallion. So you survived that. So
I survived that. It came under the bus. I heard condolences. I was sure it was aimed at me.
No. It was. I went after Larry today. It's okay. And I was going to mention something about our favorite football team, Mr. Chairman, but I'll let you because you have the hat out, and I think
be ready for the EAGLES.
All right. I'll get ready to sing the fight song. That's all I have. Thank you.
Very good. He covered everything I was going to cover. The only thing he left me were the Eagles, but I will reiterate: no commissioners meeting next week. Opportunity House Super Bowl, and if you are signed up, you can already go online and start bidding on the different bowls. It's super as in SOUPER, not SUPER. So it's soup and bowls that they're focused on. I believe the event is over at Penn State Berks.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's a great event. If you're not signed up, consider it. Like you said, no commissioners meeting on the 30th, February the 4th, town hall at the Brandywine Community Library. So here's the question. What happens when an announcer that clearly is used to announcing soccer games in Spanish announces Saquon Barkley's big run. Now, hopefully, if I do this right, you'll get the flavor here.
California, corriendo aquí Barkley. Barkley se suelta. Barkley a la 50. Goodbye. Goodbye. Adiós. Saquon hasta la casa. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Say hey. Saquon. Saquon Barkley. Imparable hasta la casa y olvídalo. El knockout punch, Ricky. El knockout punch de Saquon Barkley. Los Eagles van para el partido de campeonato el domingo que viene.
So all I can say is Merle Reese sounds boring. I mean, that I found that online and I said, this is amazing. I could watch the entire game and listen to it in Spanish and maybe learn some Spanish at the same time. But that was an amazing run, yeah. A lot of fun to watch. So if you're an Eagles fan, help us out here with the Eagles. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Okay.
We could do the whole fight song, but I don't think
we could. My understanding is a certain elected official, though, led the E-A-G-L-E-S recently and forgot the A.
No, she spelled it wrong. The mayor of Philadelphia, Cheryl.
And it's all over. It's all over you.
Spelled it wrong.
But we won't say what elected official will we.
Well,
we all make mistakes. So, any comments from our row officers?
I don't have any at this time, Commissioner.
I just wanted to thank the board for the resolution today. We're in the kicked off our season for getting our financial reporting done. We really started back in October where our team presented before the department heads. Thank you to the COO team for allowing us to do that. The importance of the controller's office getting timely information will keep us on track with our deadline. So every day helps. This resolution helps us get started. We're very committed to getting our financial reports filed on time. And, I really do appreciate all the other help outside of the controller's office to help us be successful with that. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Glad to support it. With that, we will move to public comment. Any public comment online? Nothing in person?
Mr. Chairman, just one.
Sure.
I know Commissioner Rivera usually reports on this, but he's not here. We will have an election board meeting at 11 o'clock this morning.
Very good point. 11 o'clock.
With that, I will make a motion to adjourn.
The meeting stands adjourned.